How's it going, PokeMoshPit? It's KwandaoRen66 here, bringing you an NU battle I had with someone by the name of UntitledBattler, so let's go ahead and get right into it. He's going to lead with a Perugly. I'm going to lead with a Haunter, just because I don't know, I like Haunter as a lead in NU. But I totally forget that Perugly is not only faster, and it evidently gets Hypnosis. I tend to forget that a lot because Perugly is such a forgotten Pokemon. I honestly face it maybe like, 6-7 times a year. Anyway, I decided I'm going to go out to Dragonair to try to take the sleep just in case he actually does hit with the 60% accuracy because I have Shed Skin. But because it misses, I just go ahead and go for the Extreme Speed and take it out. I don't have anything to take this Mawile in terms of on my Dragonair's moveset, so I gotta go out to Charizard, and we're gonna go ahead and try to scare it off. He goes for the Toxic, misses, doesn't really matter because you'll see in a little bit that it doesn't really matter. But I knew he was going to go out to a Fire Resist because Fire Stab is easily going to be a one-hit KO on Mawile. But I do have the Focus Blast, which probably would have killed as well, but I'm glad I went for the Focus Blast over the Flamethrower, so I don't give this Ninetales a boost. Anyway, he goes out to Muck, predicting that I'd go for the Focus Blast again, but I actually go for the Air Slash just because I really don't want Focus Blast to miss. Here I make kind of a risky play, and I go for the Flamethrower again. I mean, he probably could have thought that I would have gone for the Air Slash again and stayed in, but I kept going for Flamethrower because it's higher, despite the fact that he could have brought Ninetales back in, and then we would have just been back to square 1 or 2. Anyways, we're just going to keep sitting in here Flamethrowing it. I know Muck has a lot of HP, and it's not really going to be solid 2-hit KO at all unless I'm in Blaze range. So I'm just going to sit in here and see if this Muck will take me down into Blaze, but 2 curses is good enough to take me out. But at least this Muck is in the red, so I can go ahead and bring something else in and handle it. Now, I brought in Haunter, knowing that sometimes Mucks carry Shadow Sneak because I have the Sash, and if he doesn't use it, then I still have my Sash. If he does use it, then I can see what he wants to bring in with this Scarf Girafarig. I didn't know this thing was Scarf because I looked away and then I looked back and then I had 1 health and I was like, what happened? Did I misclick and go for the Ghost move or something? But no, I went for the... I go for the Sludge Bomb, I guess. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. But here we got the Psychic again. Someone in the stream was like, hey, yo, pay attention, it's Scarfed. And I was like, oh, whoops. So, knowing it's locked in on Psychic, I'm going to bring in my Gardevoir. And I know I'm going to get the free setup turn because he's not going to stay in and go ahead and Psychic. So I'll just Calm Mind up once and see if I can resist any of this Ninetales moves. Now, I know he hasn't put anything to sleep yet successfully this match, and there is the danger of Hypnosis. But I've got 1 Calm Mind set up, and you're going to see that a Flamethrower on the next turn is not going to do... Well, it's going to do some, but... I'm a Gardevoir with +1 Spec D. I'm going to be able to take that very well. It's probably going to be like a... I don't know, looking at it, after lefties and stuff, that might be even like a 5 to 6 hit KO. So even if he does put me to sleep, I could just sit in here and get lefties and, you know, just bring it back out. But he doesn't have... he doesn't have Hypnosis. He has the Sub, which I find kind of unusual. Okay, well... We're going to go ahead and catch up here on the Cacturne. I was expecting the Sucker Punch, so I went for the Will-O-Wisp to not only make Sucker Punch fail, but to cripple it. So he's burned, and he gets the Swords Dance on his reduced attack, which is cool. So now I'm going to bring in Pinsir, knowing that A, it'll scare it off with the Bug move, B, it'll resist Seed Bomb, and C, if he goes for Sucker Punch on the Gardevoir there, it'll fail. So I have the triple play going, I guess, if that makes any kind of sense. And it scares him off to Mawile. Now, I could have predicted, and I could have gone for the Earthquake, but I didn't really want to over-predict because I didn't know, I think at this point, what else he had on his team. I'm pretty sure I've seen everything, but I wasn't really paying too much attention, so... I mean, damage is damage, so I got the Earthquake off. I know I'm faster than it, and Mawile can't really touch me. I think it gets Fire Fang. I don't know. I don't really Miles that often, but it didn't really seem like too much of a threat at the time, especially because I'm faster. Goes for the Toxic, and then the Sucker Punch. Pinsir's got a great base defense without any investment, so I take that no problem, and we're just going to go ahead and take it out with an Earthquake as well. Crit absolutely didn't matter. and we're just going from here. Whew, let me get caught up. I don't know what happened with that tangent I went off on, but okay. So he has his Scarf Girafarig left, and he has his Cacturn left. I leave Pinsir in his fodder because I want to know what move he's going to lock himself in onto. And I know they sometimes carry the Shadow Ball, and if I can get him to lock in on the Shadow Ball when he's on his last Pokemon, then, you know, I'll be good to go. So I need to have Gardevoir out to scare him off, and then have him bring back in and switch moves to Shadow Ball, as you're going to see in a little bit. I only pack Psychic and T-Bolt on this Gardevoir because I have Calm Mind and Will-O-Wisp as well. So I can't go for Psychic. I got to go for the not very effective move. Set up a little bit to avoid the Sucker Punches, which surprisingly he does not use once in this match. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but he just goes for straight up Seed Bombs every turn, and I don't know. Just kind of caught me off guard, I guess. I would have expected that at least once in this matchup, because it's been, what, twice that Gardevoir and Cacturn have been out versus each other. But, as I said, he doesn't use Sucker Punch. He goes for the Seed Bomb twice. And I guess he wanted to bring me into a for sure range that his Girafarig would be able to KO me with Shadow Ball. But because I have two left, one of them being the Dragonair from earlier that I didn't really use, my other one being a Zangoose, I'm going to go ahead and take that Shadow Ball like it's quite literally nothing, and go ahead and use Return for the win. So that was a fun game. That's going to be it for today as well, Moshpit. So if you liked it, I'll leave both links in the description, so make sure you like, comment, rate, sub, do your thing, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.